Hi Gems, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you may have noticed, I am one of the few professionals creating this type of content specifically for Barbados. So I encourage you to please hit that subscribe button and tell a friend. Let's start from the very beginning, which means breaking down exactly what you need to know about registering a partnership at Barbados's Corporate Affairs and Intellectual Property Office, also known as CIPO. For the purposes of this high-level overview, it's important that you appreciate exactly what I mean by partnership in the context of this video. In simple terms, a partnership is two or more persons, whether real or corporate, trading as a business. Where individuals and or corporations come together to form a partnership, they may also be referred to as a firm. Therefore, when multiple applicants seek to register a business name with CIPO, under which they intend to do business together, they're considered to be a partnership or a firm, and that business name essentially serves as an alias for the group trading collectively. Individuals involved in a partnership may also be considered to be self-employed. In our context, there are basically two types of partnerships: a general partnership and a limited partnership. In a general partnership, all partners, jointly and severally, are personally liable for the business's debts. This means that under this particular structure, the personal assets of all partners may be at risk if the business's creditors cannot be paid. On the other hand, in a limited partnership, there is at least one limited partner who contributes capital and/or property but does not take part in the management of the firm and is not liable for the debts and obligations of the firm, as well as at least one general partner that is involved in the management of the firm and is liable for all debts and obligations of the firm. Limited partnerships must have a written partnership agreement, a binding contract that is then registered at CIPO. This contract should identify at the very least the firm's name, the general nature of the business, the full name of each partner, and an express statement that the partnership is limited and an indication of each limited partner, as well as the sum contributed by each partner. In the absence of such a written partnership agreement, the assumption will be that the partnership is intended to be a general partnership. Law firms, architectural firms, medical practices, these are just some of the businesses that are typically structured as a partnership. But any two or more persons could opt to structure their business this way, provided, of course, that they're at least 18 years or older, of sound mind, and not bankrupt. The current cost of registration is 104 Barbados dollars, and once the proposed partners can present a properly completed application of registration along with their IDs, their business name should be registered in due course. Now, I hesitate to give a specific time frame here for the processing of this registration because it really depends on what's going on at CIPO. I should also mention here for completeness that CIPO is in the process of going digital, which may have an impact on the processing times. Nonetheless, it's important for the partners to appreciate that they're technically required by statute to register their business name within 14 days of beginning operations. Registering a partnership is relatively quick and easy to set up, with low registration costs, especially compared to some of the other structures available. It has less paperwork to begin with and fewer tax and reporting obligations. This simplified form of business ownership also gives the group the opportunity to trade under a marketable name of their choosing, provided, of course, that it meets the registrar's standards, meaning that it can't be a prohibited name insofar as it includes anything that may mislead the public. For example, including the words limited, company, reinsurance, insurance, or anything that might suggest to the public that the business name is something other than just a registered business name. If we consider everything I just outlined to be the list of pros for this particular structure, then some of the cons would include no separate legal personality, unlimited liability, and potentially higher taxes. However, on the issue of liability, unlimited or otherwise, partners in high-risk businesses structured as partnerships often take out insurance to mitigate their risks, So you might see this in medical practices, law firms, and so on. When it comes to taxation, partnerships are subject to divided income tax, which, once apportioned, would be paid by each partner on their personal income tax return. Generally, unless otherwise employed, each partner will be considered to be self employed for the purposes of NIS. However, depending on whether or not the partnership has employees, the business may also be required to register with the BRA to remit PAYE and also with the NIS as an employer. Whereas the partnership's VAT status will depend on the nature and volume of its business activities. Each lesson in my Getting Started Barbados Partnerships course was designed to build on the foundation of this video, providing further information, forms, precedents, tutorials, contact information, and detailed explanations for everything I just said, so you know what to do. Now, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can use the logo in the bottom right hand corner of this video.